Hello, friends, YouTubers, compatriots, debt slave serfs, useless eaters, enemies of the state. I am a useful idiot, and today I want to talk about bankers. So, everybody's favorite rant. So I'm reading The Economist today. Pure propaganda rag, by the way. Nothing really of value unless you're interested in what the corporate government byline is going to be. But anyway, I was reading an article, and I got to this paragraph by an anonymous writer. Bashing bankers is popular, even though the banks needed little direct help in the 2008-2009 financial crisis, and they have since repaid it. So that's kind of what set me off, and I just want to set a few things straight about our banker buddies. First of all, bashing bankers is popular as well. It should be. It's not time to stop bashing bankers. I don't care what Jamie Dimon says. It is not time to stop bashing bankers. It will never be time to stop bashing bankers. And to suggest that banks needed little help in the 2008-2009 financial crisis is pitiful at best at this point. We now know from the Federal Reserve audit granted to Bloomberg that $24 to $30 trillion went out the door in the financial crisis, not just the $700 billion bailout ramrodded by Hank Paulson and President Bush. So let's set that record straight right away. I don't know if the bankers assume that. We don't know that. It's probably fairly safe to assume, since that they're in bed with the government and the media and the banks, that maybe that information is not that widespread. So let's help spread that information that the bailout was not $700 billion. It was $24 to $30 trillion, 88% of which went to foreign banks. So banks were bailed out then to the tune of $24 to $30 billion, $30 trillion. European banks are continuing to get bailed out now. And all that money is just getting sucked into a giant hole. So if all these banks got $24 to $30 trillion 4 years ago, where's all that money? So now they need trillions and trillions and trillions more. So the bailouts never stop. Let's be clear about that. So that's another thing. They talk about the bailouts as if it's past tense. The bailouts never stop. The interest rate at the Federal Reserve has been zero for quite some time. This is free money that the banks get from the Federal Reserve to go out gambling and speculating and damaging the economy again. They park their reserves at the Federal Reserve and get interest on it. Mark-to-market rules were changed 4 years ago so that they didn't have to write down all their liabilities and write-downs and losses on all the crap they have on their balance sheets. The big banks are still considered holding companies, and so they're reaping all these benefits of continued bailouts. The twist, QE1, QE2. We have QE going on in Europe now. So let's get past this notion that the banks didn't really need the money. They were desperate for it. Tens of and hundreds of billions in days and weeks in the financial crisis of 2008. They still need money now, obviously. So let's get past all this. Let's keep bashing bankers. Let's keep pestering them that the bailouts continue. They needed all that money desperately, just as they need all that money desperately now. And they didn't pay it back. Contrary. First of all, you have prime examples like Citigroup and AIG. So don't tell me everybody's paid it back. And it's really a moot point that they paid back whatever the outstanding bailout was under TARP. Because as we know now, they got tens and hundreds of billions of dollars more than that. So it's ludicrous to stand there in front of us and claim that it's been paid back. So all those rumors are dispelled. So in my inimitable fashion, I call bullshit on that. So all you bankers, Lloyd Blankfein and Draghi and Bernanke and Jamie Dimon and all of you guys, shut the fuck up. Just take it like a man. take some responsibility. You know what you contributed to the financial crash of 2008 by your recklessness. And take your lumps now and keep taking them. And don't whimper and cry as long as you stay on the government tit. Because the way things are set up right now, all you banks are going to be on the government tit until you're dead.